What is good, everybody, and welcome to Weekday Wagers, the Wednesday edition. My name is Mark, and I am sitting in the host chair along with our very good friend and colleague, Robbie Hockey. Before we jump into everything that's going on, we got a ton of baseball that's happening right now. We got 3 games, I believe, that'll be starting during the show. So I do have a live bet, or not a live bet, but I do have a bet that I am on that will actually be playing out while we're on. So I do want to get that to you as well. Let's take a look and see how yesterday was one of them one-on-one days. You know, I should have known the Chicago Sky were going to let me down. And with the way the game ended, and especially with Angel Reese at the end, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. But let's bring on Robbie. How you doing? Did you happen to catch some of that Chicago Sky game last night?
No, I did not. Sorry. They weren't airing it where I'm at, so I didn't get a chance to see it.
Well, for those of you that didn't see it, Angel Reese commits a foul, literally slaps this lady across the face. They call a foul. She immediately beckons her coach and says, "No, review it. There was no foul." Not only was it a foul, it got upgraded because she smacked the girl in the face. So now it gets upgraded to a flagrant. It was ridiculous. I don't know how you go and say review something like that when clearly she had a handprint on the side of her face. It was horrible. But Rob, how are you doing today?
Man, I'm good. I feel like I haven't been on here in months since I think it was Friday was the last time I've been on here. It takes a lot out of it doesn't take a lot out of you, but it just feels like a long time when you go this long without being on here. I was able to catch the show not live yesterday, but y'all had a really good show yesterday.
Yeah, it was certainly something. It was certainly
y'all had me nervous for a minute.
My dumbass. Anyway, we've got a ton of baseball happening right now, and I want to do just a little bit of a check-in. Oh, where are we at? Right here. There we go. So we've got Toronto has tied it up with Baltimore. I thought they were up. Didn't they just go up?
So something must have happened. It's just showing 3-3 now. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened, but it's back down to 3-3.
Huh.
Let me just check the play-by-play real quick.
We got Boston.
Bichette flied into a double play left to catcher. Clement thrown out at home. They must have reviewed it and determined Clement was thrown out at home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So then we've got Boston and Minnesota. Boston is up by a run. Looks like top of 4 there.
Yeah.
We've got 3 games going on. Arizona and Detroit. Anything on these 3 games that you had going into today?
Well, it's in a rain delay now, but I did sprinkle on Bryce Harper to get a home run. Usually when Schwarber hit home runs the day before, it's Harper's turn the next day. So, and I did like his matchup. He was 0 for 2 versus who he was facing, but a lot of his pitches that he's going to see today, Harper crushes. So I do like Bryce Harper in that one if it gets played. Right now it's in a rain delay.
Which game is that? Which one are you talking about?
Phillies and White Sox.
When does that start?
It should be started, but if they're in a rain delay right now.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So, well, hopefully that doesn't start until 2:40 Eastern time. So, on DG's orders, we can't go longer than 45 minutes. So that, I know. Mr. Storyteller himself is like, no, you got to cut it off. All right, fine, we'll do that. Any plays that you have, Rob, on these live games? Like I had Detroit on the money line. I took that. It's gone up a little bit. I had it at minus 135. It's now up to minus 150. Anything that you had on any of these live games?
Nothing that I had on the site for any of these live games. I looked at the Toronto-Baltimore game because they seem like they've been hitting like crazy in this series, but I stayed off of it since it is a travel day for a lot of these teams since tomorrow's the trade deadline. So I kind of backed off a little bit. I kind of wish I'd been on Ryan O'Hearn. As Taj put, I actually thought about Taj this morning because Matt Warner hit a home run. He actually had pretty good stats this morning when I was looking up guys to go yard, but I didn't take it. Wish I had now because he did go yard today.
Gotcha. So before we get too much further into this, it's 2:05 now. We do have a 2:05 start time for, although Oh, son of a gun. All right. I am taking the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers a no-run first inning, and we have it set up. Let me adjust our camera settings here. This will be the view. Hopefully we can keep this thing running and keep everything in check. They're still in warm-ups right now in Milwaukee. But hopefully we can kind of do a live weekend right now. I am on the Chicago-Milwaukee no-run first inning. I love it. Imagawa has been lights out recently. He struggled about 3 games ago, gave up a couple first inning runs. I like him here in this spot. And Peralta has been a machine at home. I like Imagawa against Milwaukee simply because Milwaukee is horrible when they're playing at home. They just can't score first inning runs. They're like 86% no-run first inning when they're playing at home this year. So I love this, especially for a guy who might have been a little shaky, really to get his feet back underneath him. If you want to do that and play along with me, let's have a little fun. But while we're waiting for that game to start, Rob, let's talk about what we're on tonight. What are you playing tonight?
Yes, I'm going back to a guy who I've been chasing this week a little bit. He didn't play the one night I really felt good about him. Then he came back last night and he got his hits, runs, and RBIs prop. So I'm going to target that again tonight, and that's Kyle Stowers, 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs at -115. But man, he's been lights out for Miami. If there's one bright spot in Miami, it's definitely Kyle Stowers. He's gone over this in 4 straight games and in 7 of his last 10 overall. He cashed the hits, runs, and RBI prop in 8 of his last 10 on the road versus right-handed pitchers, and he has 6 home runs in those road games versus right-handed pitchers. So he should see a heavy dose of 4-seamers and sliders today. That seems to be what Miles Mikolas loves to throw. Mikolas has allowed 10 home runs in 56 innings. That's good for 1.6 home runs out of 9. I love this spot for Kyle. Mikolas versus lefties is just a matchup I have to target every time.
Mikolas is how I like to say his name. So we do have some stuff going on here in the chat. And no, Kim, we don't turn into pumpkins.
No.
I guess that's a question you have to ask DG. And he's here peering in. So
yeah.
All right. I know we're being
Super
we got
bad.
eyes on us. Right. We got eyes on us. We'll keep it under 45. And Taj, I love this play. Buddy, I love this play. The Brewers right now are one of the hottest teams. What are they? 8-1?
I think they
they
were
since
on
the
a
All-Star
streak.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and we got 2 more runs. 2 more runs
Yeah,
scored in the Baltimore game.
Jordan Westberg just hit a home run in that one for Baltimore. So they're up 5-3 on Toronto right now.
Gotcha. Kim, there's your answer.
Yeah.
And just you know what? This is kind of close enough to orange.
Only
Maybe
orange
not.
you're going to see on me is if some blues with it. Tennessee, Florida. It's a Tennessee, Florida thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were a Syracuse Orange fan. I was like, oh my God, welcome to the fam.
No, but I do like your story. That's something you can tell another time from the Syracuse Tennessee game.
There you go. Yeah, if you thought we were close to getting canceled yesterday, this one will definitely do it. Good. All right, nonsense. You're riding with me. I'm still checking on that game. They're still warming up right now, so I like that spot. And I know the minute it came out of my mouth, it's more salmon. I'm with you. Got you there. That's what you're on. I don't know why it is, Rob, today. I am in a NRFI mood. And when you talk about 2 teams that have been consistent no-run first-inning machines, the Rockies and the Rays are 2 teams that are absolutely been nothing but slow starting in the first innings. This is a 2-team-specific no-run first inning. Get it at both for the Rockies and the Rays, get it -114. Look, both of them have an over 84% no-run first inning in their road splits. Both teams are on the road. I love this spot, especially with the travel day. Look for them to come out a little bit slower. And that's what I'm on for today. We do have, it's already in play. He took the first pitch in play. What did he do?
Michael Bush. Is it Bush batting first? Bush looked good today. His last.
You've got to be. He hit a home run. What the hell?
PCA is going to hit one next before this inning's over. Damn, I'm kicking myself. Michael Bush looked good today. He's in a weak spot in that matchup.
We're one pitch into that game, and he.
Well, as DG says.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I know he didn't. I think
this is now. I think even last week, I think you're 0 for 2 when it comes to the Cubs and Nerfies on this show. Because wasn't it last week? I think you took the Cubs.
I hate the
and
Cubs.
A live Nerfie.
I hate them. I hate them. And it was last. You know what? And you're right. And it was the last time the Cubs gave up the run. This time they're scoring on me. I hate. Never again. Never again. Never ever again. You know what? It's a great transition into the Daily Dinger, man. I mean, what do we got?
Hey, I know DG just put in there. He said, "Model my ass." Well, 8-ball my ass because I'm going back to Julio Rodriguez tonight for the Daily Dinger at plus 420. Julio has 3 home runs in his last 4 games versus left-handed pitchers, and 4 home runs in his last 6 games overall. He's 3 for 9 with a home run on Jeffrey Springs. Springs struggles against right-handed batters, and he's given up 17 home runs to right-handed batters this season. Again, Magic 8-ball my ass. Julio's going yard tonight.
Hey, I'm going to stick with that same game, and I think that Nick Kurtz, I'm going to take Kurtz for plus 230. Look, all the conditions, the wind's blowing out. It's supposed to be very warm in Sacramento. Although humidity, not really that high. They're playing in a AAA stadium, smaller dimensions, and you have a 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing out. All you got to do is hit one up in the sky and let Mother Nature run its course. Give me Kurtz to get one. I think the Raleigh, Kurtz, or Rodriguez are all great looks for tonight. I think each of them have the potential, if not all 3 of them could do it in one shot. Any thoughts on parlaying all those?
You know me. I'm always down to throw some pizza money on a parlay. I agree with you. I think Kurtz will probably get one because he let me down. I had a hits, runs, and RBIs parlay. He was the only leg that missed last night. So Kurtz has made me mad. And then I had Raleigh just to get walked because he'd been walked every time at bat against the pitcher he faced last night. Of course, last night the guy wants to pitch to him. So I went with Rodriguez. Rodriguez is going to do it for me.
I can't believe that. Dude, I'm still dumbfounded.
I was even hoping you would ask me the players I like because Michael Bush and PCA were going to be the 2 guys that I said that you should look out for because they're in the weak spot.
So, in all fairness, Michael Bush, I loved his look for today for a home run and was going to put him on the list, but I said, you know what? That's a game that starts literally while we're in it. It's not really fair to put him on the Daily Dinger list if the game has already started or is starting while we're
and he's batting first. It's not like he's down in the order. I mean, he's first at bat. There's really no time to get him in.
Yeah. Oh, God. I can't believe this, dude. I cannot believe it. Yeah. I'm glad I don't see you till Friday, DG. Let's see. And yes, Kim.
Yep.
He does. And the fact the last time he pitched in the game, he gave up a first-inning home run, came back, led off with a bottom of the first-inning home run. So
let me speak to that. If he gives up a home run in the first inning tonight, I would live bet his home run prop. I don't care if it's plus 125. I would probably put a unit on it just because he probably pisses him off. That, and as you guys said this morning, he went 0 for 4 strikeouts last night for the first time in 981 games. So he may be pissed off anyway tonight. I don't know. It'd be hard pressed to look at Ohtani and think he's ever mad. He never looks like a guy that would get mad.
No. No.
He always has the
He
same
seems very
calm
even
demeanor.
keeled, and I don't know if you saw this morning. We talked on Coaching Company about him last night. So this is a great question for you, then, Rob. Last night, Ohtani strikes out 4 times. It's something he has not done in 9 seasons in the MLB. Is that just one of those weird lightning strike type of moments, or is that something that we're like, he's human and maybe he's starting to decline?
I don't think he's starting to decline. I think getting back into pitching and hitting could be a lot of it. Also, I don't think he had a good matchup history against who he was facing last night. Because I looked at him yesterday because his odds to hit a home run weren't terrible for Ohtani. Like plus 230 for Ohtani is not terrible. But I think they were around that yesterday. But I think today you're seeing them as low as they are because I think the books think like we will. He's going to come out pissed off, and you may see him go yard pretty easily tonight.
I was just going to ask you, I mean, because it certainly didn't change his odds for a home run. If anything, it made it worse.
Made it worse. Yeah. Made it worse. I think they're factoring that in, that he knows what happened last night because I'm sure somebody told him, and then now he's probably going to come out even more pissed off.
So listen, let's do a real quick check-in on these games here.
Wow. Where did y'all get that? Who sent you that?
I don't know where that came from, but I do know it was we were asked.
Hey, that's a 90s hottie right there. That's a 90s stud.
We were asked to share this.
Got my Earnhardt shirt on. Yeah, man.
Speaking of Don.
They call me Long Dong Denson in kindergarten.
Oh, so yeah, I don't know where this came from. I do know that it was in the archives, and so apparently you got your studious habits. I look at those with the glasses. Were you into the research back then as you were breaking down games?
Yeah, definitely. You should see my art. It was the worst on the wall. My mom can attest to that. That's pretty funny. But yeah.
Let's do a real quick check to see what is happening with the games. What? Come on. Why is that not loading up?
Hey, when you put that kind of picture up, man, it's going to break everything.
There we go. So we've got Baltimore up 5-3. Top of the 6th. Do you like the over 11.5 in this one?
Probably. It seems like every day these teams are just hitting at a lot. I would almost sprinkle on that.
Okay. And top of 5, Red Sox, Minnesota. Total of 3 runs.
2-1, no outs. Boston needs this too. I hated the other night that they actually played that game around midnight. We ended up losing by 1.
And it's interesting that this total hasn't moved much, for either one of these two games. With Boston, Minnesota, you got a total sitting at 8.5 juice to the under, and Detroit and Arizona 2 at 6.5 juice to the under here. Any one of those that you would take a shot at?
Probably the Boston, Minnesota. It seems like the Red Sox are able to go longer in games, and they seem to pile up more runs as the game goes on. That would be the one, if I had to pick, that I would pick to go over.
You would pick the over in that one?
In the Sox and Twins, yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I just don't – Detroit and Arizona, Arizona's dealing with everything they're dealing with, and then Detroit, they haven't been that great since the All-Star break as far as scoring goes, so – I would stay away from that one. But the Red Sox, it seems like as the game goes on, they seem to get better most games. So that's the one I would target if I had to target either one of them.
And I'm going to tell you what, Caesars is so disgusted by the Cubs. I can't even find the Cubs game and Milwaukee game listed in this thing. Thank God. I don't even want to look at that again.
It's still 1-0 in the top of the first with 2 on, 2 outs.
Yeah, okay. Don't even get me started.
PCA got a hit too. So that Bush PCA, yeah.
Yeah. Nope. I'm not falling for that bait. Not doing that. Rob, anything else going on tonight? Anything that you're watching, or especially like maybe with the trade deadline coming up tomorrow? Anything that you may have heard?
Yeah, so I looked up on ESPN. Hold on, I just pulled you down. Let me pull you back up so I can get this. There's some guys, Buster Olney and Jeff Passon. I don't know how you say his name. Lewis.
Jeff
I haven't
Passon?
heard Louis. Yeah, Passon. I haven't
Yeah.
heard Luis Roberts' name mentioned that much during the trade deadline, but apparently a lot of talks are starting to heat up to get Luis Robert out of Chicago.
Yeah.
So that would be a good one.
Jeff Passon's a good friend of the show. We know he was watching on Monday when
That's right.
DG and I broke down the Minnesota Twins trade possibilities and what they should be doing. And lo and behold, Jeff is the one who reported that there was a big trade on Tuesday, just following our advice.
I'd like to see if the Braves move Ozuna. He was one when we were doing buy or sell that I said would probably be out of Atlanta.
Yep.
That's one to look at. And then our team's going to be scared of Suarez's injury. You know, with him getting hit by that pitch, are they going to be scared off now? And but I guess he's playing today, so it doesn't seem like it's affecting him too much.
Yeah, he was one of the guys that we talked about yesterday, Suarez and Gallen. I think Gallen is the one who finds a new home. I think Arizona's team right now is in shambles, and it's a fire sale. They're getting rid of everybody, and it's going to be interesting to see where everybody is when the dust settles on this thing. Yeah. I am interested in. What do we got?
Yeah, the Yankees just picked up Austin Slater today.
Well, that tells you a lot there. What do we got?
TJ, I don't have a Facebook, but if you post it on X or something like, I'm on X more than I'm anything. If you post it on there, I'll definitely repost it for you. I'm sorry to hear that happen, man.
Absolutely. All right. So, all right. So a person in a black truck picked up his dog and he hasn't heard from them in 5 days.
Dang. Sounds like Tennessee, though. It not even trying to be funny. That sounds like Tennessee. At Clarksville, where I live, you see stuff like that all the time. It's ridiculous.
Taj likes the under in that Boston game.
Okay.
It's now 4-1.
Wasn't it 8.5 when we were looking at it?
Yes, it's now gone to 9.5.
Gotcha.
Still juiced to the under there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if the Twins pick it up a little bit, but I still like Boston to come out swinging heavy towards the end of the game.
Okay. And one final question for you. Are all your plays up on Just a Stat Sports right now, or will you be adding some later?
No, they're all up. Everything is up, even in the fun plays that I put on the parlay section. They're all up. So, yeah, I got on it, had a little bit of a chiller day today than the rest of this week. So,
gotcha.
They're all up and good to go.
I am getting my WNBA plays put up there. WNBA has been pretty good to us so far this past last couple of weeks. We've been doing really well there. And I will also be having the Canadian Football League. For those of you who want to follow the model plays on that, which have been absolutely on fire, I will be having those model projections will be up this afternoon for the entire weekend. I'll put all 4 games out there so you have those as of now. Catch some early lines with that. But that's going to do it for us. Rob, thank you so much. It's been, although I hate the Cubs. I hate the Cubs. I'm never betting the Cubs again. DG, Robbie, they'll be back tomorrow, 2:00 Eastern. Same YouTube channel here at Coaching Company. With your television timeout. Kind of excited to see where that's going. I know DG and I talked a little about Untamed. So I'm kind of curious to see if he started watching that. We'll find out tomorrow. Until then, listen, enjoy the rest of your day. Be kind to one another. Let's cash these tickets. And forever, the Cubs are dead to me. We'll see you tomorrow.